And welcome
Hey guys, on the
back.
last episode we talked about triangles. Triangles are like pizza slices. On this episode we're going to talk about squares. That's like two triangle pieces, like two pizzas.
But it's not a square. So let's jump in. We're gonna show you this instrument.
Well,
In case
fuck.
in case you just decided not to watch the last episode for some reason. I don't know. It happens. Some of my
Sometimes you
videos
skip.
have more views than the other ones came out after the other one. So
Maybe this one. This
do you
one
like
probably just
that?
got a
You
better
like how
picture.
that sounds? Let's find
I
out.
do. Let's hear. Well, how did you do that?
So I massive. Step one. Step two. Needle. Dirty needle. Jesus. All right. Step two.
Jesus.
Octave down. I got the wavetable around 3 o'clock. It's time for him to wake up. Formant. Oh yes, this is the key to the sound. We're on formant mode.
Those are the.
That's pretty much it. I know, right? It's fucking magical that it's this simple. I put a macro on there and drag it
So
to there.
the other oscillators
And
are not doing anything.
yeah, well, no, they're not. Nope, just one oscillator, no modulation. The only other thing going on here is I got like a delay. I got a whole bunch of delay happening inside Massive. That's not even external. And then I have, if I'll show you the automation, that's the automation for the intensity knob on format mode. So that kind of just changes how like high of a timbre it has, basically. If you just listen, you'll see it, the timbre gets higher as this automation does. So just check it out. So yeah, that's a thing. It's fine. We can solo things.
I'm not used to it.
We live in a magical
Anyway,
world.
I love how when you listen to stuff on solo, when it has like that dynamic, like time signature to it, it just sounds like when it's like side.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
and
going through the side chain of the
It
kick.
sounds like you got like a bug that went in your throat.
Yeah, if I took it off, let's see here. You know what? I should do this. All right.
That's how to
Yeah,
explain
check
a
it.
side chain to somebody. It's kind of like when you try to talk and you got a bug in your throat.
Yeah.
But like the words that you love come out.
Oops, you didn't want that. Yeah, so you can hear the sidechain. I don't know if anyone's gotten this far and not noticed that that's been happening. But yeah, that's going to just happen even when the kick is not, you can't hear it. So, what else do I got going on here? Yeah, I got an EQ.
Did you just say, I don't know if you've gotten this far without knowing what sidechain is?
No, I mean, like, without noticing that sort of effect has been happening every time I solo
Okay,
something.
we're clear.
Marbles. So, yeah, I'm high passing around 400. I'm taking down some of the highs because I wanted it to blend in a little bit more. And also, I've already got, like, that delay happening, which gives it, like, a big reverby kind of sound. And that already pushes it, like, further back away from the listener in terms of the mix. And so when you take away the high frequencies, that accentuates that feeling of being further away. And it helps it blend in, like I said. So that's why I did that with the high shelf here. Another thing was sausage fattener. I did that. If you don't know what sausage fattener is, it's this guy.
Yeah.
He gets angry when you turn up a knob, and it makes your sound happen better.
Makes him give a face too.
I'm restricting some of the stereo because since this is like sort of a lead, it's better to have it in the mid channel, not really on the sides too much. And this chain over here is well, it's just really for the volume automation. And the reason I do it inside of a chain actually instead of a utility is because when I want to bring the volume all the way down, it's not possible with utility. Utility only goes to like minus 32, whereas a chain will go to minus infinity if you automate the chain volume.
Interesting.
So yeah, I've had problems with that before, and I used to just like use two utilities and give them the same automation,
Oh,
which was stupid. But I'm glad I figured this out. I actually learned that from in the studio session with Data Life,
who made the
who made
sausage
Sausage Fattener.
fattener?
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
huh? Didn't even notice that.
Full story.
Uh,
Or full circle. So I should do it again.
and
So
that's
fix that.
and that's good that I looked at this because this is supposed to kind of just come down here because this is where the drop happens again, if you remember. Yeah. So I want the what's it, the delay? I want that to like fade out. That's why I have that here.
Okay.
And that is why I'm not using the utility, because if I use the utility, it wouldn't fade out all the way.
Right.
It's got a very long feedback.
It's such a weird thing that they decided to do like negative like infinity. Like why not just make it like because like you know how the whole setup of like 0 is not no.
Yeah.
I that drove me insane in my first few days. I was like, how come 0 is still here?
Yeah.
I can hear things. Like, oh.
Well, because it's like exponential.
Yeah.
Like if this when this is all the way up, it's like 6 plus 6 dBs. When it's like halfway, it's only minus 7.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes all the way to like I think the lowest number you see is like minus 120 before it says infinity, and that's like here.
Yeah.
So that's the same amount of space of between -7 and -120 as is between like just 10 dBs on the other side. So
I feel like Spinal Tap joke is happening. This one go 11.
Yeah.
Like why not make 0 the lowest and then have
infinity?
You know.
All right, that's frozen.
11.
What did I want to do next?
Sorry,
I think
guys.
a thing I wanted to do was fade into. Oh, I think one thing I didn't actually comment on was I did a filter on the bass on the second time it hits here. You can see that here. I'll just solo this so you can hear it. Yeah, so I did that because it kind of gives it just a little bit of variation. So if you just hear that now in the mix. Oh shit.
There's lots of redos in this episode.
So it doesn't get too repetitive this first 3 times, but then when it goes back into it, I felt like maybe it needed a little bit of variation, so I put it there. And what I want to do now moving forward is I want to sort of ease into the drop just a little bit more at the end here. So 2 things I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sub, let's unfreeze it, and I'm going to just sort of fade in the root note so that you can sort of feel like the sub is about to kick in, because if you notice right here, there's like no sub happening. There's just those 2 little bass guys, but like the kick filters up and the chords filter up and everything. So I'm just gonna take a straight up A note, A1. Nope, that's too high. I think that's what we want. Nope, that is way too low. Perfect. So I'm just gonna drag this out. All right, now let's take the utility and drag in an automation. Just going to sort of fade in.
If you ain't got headphones on, you're confused.
Yeah, you're not going to hear that.
Yeah.
Can get a little louder.
Or if you have KRKs.
Yeah. I think it could get louder still. That's good. It's subtle, but it helps. And the second thing I want to do is, what are we looking at for time here? 12?
12.
Maybe I'll do this on the next episode, but I'll tell you what I want to do first.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
if you want to be my friend.
Oh.
Whoops. Well,
you got
my Spice Girls cred is gone.
I made fun of it and I accidentally learned the song.
All right, here is what I'm trying to do, right? We got the bass. You all know and love this guy's.
Also got like cat ears.
These guys right here. So what I'm going to do is take one instance of that. I'm going to put it into another track. And then I'm going to like sort of render it out as just a wave. And then I'm going to put a reverb on it, render that out with a very long decay, and then I'm going to reverse it so that it sort of like fades up into that bass happening. And that'll help introduce the sound you're about to hear before it happens, which will just sort of get your ears ready for the drop. And also I'm going to bandpass it so that it has more dynamics when it kicks in with the high and low end. So we'll do that on the next episode. Hope you enjoy that. Older.